Yeah, you know Sarah was meant to be coming today, right? You know what Sarah's like. It's like a new thing every day. I can't keep up. It's getting really exhausting trying to make plans with her. So I call her at like 10 o'clock last night to confirm brunch, and she's like distraught. She's screaming. I can barely understand her. It's getting really annoying, if I'm honest. She's like yelling, you know, she's yelling so much that the phone's distorting. I'm like, can't hear you, babes. And she says something like she won't be able to come to brunch today because her boyfriend threw her down the stairs. Look, this is what she said. She sounded fine, and I just kept thinking like, okay, yes, sorry that happened. How does that affect brunch though? How does like, she broke her leg when he threw her down the stairs? How does that affect brunch? Like, I don't know. But isn't it always something with Sarah? Like, it's her leg because her boyfriend threw her down the stairs. It's her mum because she fell out of a plane. I don't know. If you don't want to go to brunch, fine. But all these excuses, no one's going to want to be your friend anymore. I was on the train the other day and it reminded me of this story because basically every time I'm on a train and I pull into Milton Keynes Central, I get triggered, and I'm going to tell you why. So at the end of 2018, I meet a guy at work. Let's call him a knob jockey. We met doing a singing job, so we were in the same industry. And in early 2019, we both get separate singing contracts abroad. We went on our first date like a week before this person was meant to fly out to their country, and like a month before I was meant to fly out to my country where I was singing. Opposite sides of the world, by the way. So that wasn't smart of me. That wasn't smart of anyone. I can wait for him. No, you can't, and he won't wait. So to be honest, me telling this story is just embarrassing for me because this was the most prolonged, like, quiet firing I've ever experienced in my life. But the thickness with which this man had slapped on the fucking love bombing. I had his mum's number. He had my mum's number. He spoke to my mum regularly. I just have to impress upon young people in relationships. If they tell you they love you within a month, you need to run. Anyway, it's 2019. We are in our respective countries, you know, dealing with the long distance. But it's easy in 2019, you know. FaceTime is easy. We got signal in the hotel, so we're all good. We can communicate. And we do. I think up until around my birthday, which is the end of August, I didn't have a clue anything was wrong. All we would do was talk about how exciting it was going to be in the winter when we were both back, and all the things we were going to do, where we were going to go, what we were going to see, who we were going to meet. Oh. And then my birthday happens. And it felt like everyone was gearing up to come home at that point. And at that point, I'm just really busy. Yeah, things are really busy at the hotel at the moment. You've been there for... You've been there for 4 months. It's the end of season. Actually, things are getting very quiet. Actually, don't tell me about how busy you are, because I know that's a lie. I didn't see this at the time, but looking back, I see it very clearly. One of his friends had reached out to me when we first started dating to like introduce himself, like, I'm his best friend, hi, because we were both going to be away for so long, and then in theory when we got back we would be like hanging out with his friends and stuff, so he wanted to like introduce himself to me. Of course, this guy was like, wow, I've never heard him speak about a girl like this, you're the one, like he's talking about he wants to marry you, and then but it got to after my birthday and he was like, oh, you're so excited to come home, and I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be really great. I mean, I don't know when I'm gonna see knob jockey because he seems really busy and stuff. And this guy was like, well, we've got his birthday thing all sorted. Right. Bear in mind that his birthday was like a few weeks after we were getting home, and he said he wasn't doing anything. It wasn't a special birthday, so he said, no, I'm just doing something with my family, babe, you understand? Yeah, he told you all about the birthday thing, right? We've got it all sorted. We've been planning it for weeks. His mum was really weird about, like, getting your information to invite you, though. So I don't know what's going on there. Oh, we're writing me out. We're writing me out of the show. He dropped his friend in it so innocently, because I don't really think he knew. I think knob jockey it had gone as thus. God, I've really packed it on with that lass that's coming back from Africa. I mean, I don't know, I've been like doing whatever I want out here, and I don't really want to be tied down to her when she comes back. So I'm just gonna string her along until she gets home and break up with her immediately. Oh, I look back on this with such pure embarrassment. Because he had it all in his head that this is the way it was going to go the whole time, and I was just none the wiser. So the first time we see each other when we get back from our contracts, which wasn't straight away, it was like a good 2 weeks before he wanted to waste time to see me, I don't know. And we went to the theatre, and it was really awkward. And then the next day I got a really long message like, it was really awkward, right? You felt that? Maybe things have just changed. Yeah, because you haven't been talking to me for the last 2 months. It's been weird. By the way, his whole excuse for this was, well, I didn't want to do it over text. I'm sorry. What is better? Let someone down in the moment. Yes, sucks. Yes, it would have absolutely sucked because you told me you wanted to marry me. That's on you, not on me. But by November, I would have been fine. I would have been fine. It would have been great. I would have gotten over you and under someone else like that. But no. Through the guise of, well, I wanted to do it face to face because I respect you. No, there is no additional respect that I feel doing this face to face. I feel even more disrespected that you've been feeling this way since August. Huh? So if you ever have the excuse of, well, I should just break up with them in person, like that's more respectful. No, you break up with them in the moment because that's respectful. Communicating with your partner is respectful. It's 2025. It was 2019 then. I still think if you have to do it over FaceTime, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't make it any different. And in fact, you waiting 3 months is what was fucked up. Remember one of my friends that we both had worked with before was like, oh, he's asking me to ask you about his football shirt. Sit on it. Oh, the reason this relates back to Milton Keynes Central, that's where we had our first date. So if I had just never gone to Milton Keynes, I would not be in this state. So you're really trying to tell me that you meant to serve this beef this way? It's meant to be completely raw like this? Oh yeah, sorry ma'am. Beef carpaccio is always served raw. That is the intention. I'm sorry if you were confused. It is on the menu. I can't believe you're going on like this. You're really trying to convince me, a customer, that you, a restaurant, should serve raw food. Like, are we all hearing this? Insanity in the restaurant. Ma'am, can you stop yelling? I understand, but you're ruining other people's dining experience. Well, aren't they lucky I ruined it? They might be eating raw beef. Ma'am, maybe you should go to a restaurant that's more suited to your palate. Clearly we're not the right fit, and that's okay. So we can just get you on the way out and close out your tab. So now you're just trying to scoot me out of the way. That makes me know that you've done something wrong here. Just trying to silence me, usher me out the door with a payoff. Payoff? No, you have to pay your bill. That's what I said. Well, I'll never be coming back here again, I'll tell you that. I'm gonna go to that place next door. Give them all of my custom, take it away from you. Next door? You want to give the restaurant next door all of your money? Yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't like that, would you? Well, I fear you might have the same problem because next door's a sushi place. Okay. What about it? Oh, well, sushi? A lot of the times the fish in the sushi is raw. Okay, are you just, like,